And we are live.
All right, welcome back to the open session. And we did take some action during our closed session. I'm going to ask Sarah to give a brief overview.
Sure. The board took some action on approving, I should say, a deed for a right-of-way easement south of Colburn Branch. And that is in conjunction with the new project that's going on down there. And then there is another board action on a settlement agreement.
Thank you, Sarah. Let's have the librarian, director and CEO's report.
Right. Before we dig into the CPL monthly, we need to acknowledge some very important people. We have some anniversaries here. So our trustee Wilson is celebrating her 3 years on the board. And so I'm very happy for her service and trustee Wilson. Lovely card. And then I hope you stay with us for an additional 3 years. And so next, we have trustee Pandolfi, who's not with us, and she's been on the board for, well, physically with us, but she's with us in spirit. Yes. But she's been on the board for 5 years, and she's been a great asset to the organization. And trustee Pandolfi, you too get a lovely card that's personalized by me, and you get this wonderful juice mug, beer mug, coffee mug, whatever you want to put in it. And next time we see each other, I'll present it to you.
Wow, I'm honored. Thank you.
And lastly, we have Michael Lazick, who's also celebrating 5 years. Michael likes hot chocolate, so but again, to all of you, we do appreciate your commitment to the library and support of the work that we do. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.
We also have some employee recognition. So we have Elaine Schwenson, and she's a cataloger here at the headquarters building, and she's been with us for 25 years. Let me see. We give these employees just these wonderful little surveys, and their responses are very revealing about who they are as people. So her earliest memory, I thought this is she probably remembers visiting the library long before Mid-Continent's current branches were established. She would go to a location near Independence Square, where the kids area was in the basement. The library was a magical place for her where she could borrow any book. And it was a wonderful escape, especially since her family didn't have means to buy a book. She's also very proud of the library's impact on the community. Elaine appreciates how the library provides a wealth of information and services, especially to lower income patrons who rely on these resources. She enjoys sharing the many opportunities the library offers with others. And from what I understand, she's very helpful to her coworkers in technical services. So Elaine, thank you for your service, if you're listening. Next, we will be recognizing Teresa Johnson for the second month in a row.
Wow.
Yes. Let's see, I wrote something there. I think we all know that Teresa's dedicated to the library, right? She's guided us through rough waters. She's a great service to the Board of Trustees and to her fellow coworkers on the senior leadership team. Let's see what Teresa revealed about her personal. Look, this just demonstrates who she is as a person. She's her proudest accomplishment. Teresa takes great pride in watching her former employees go and rise in their careers. And that demonstrates her selflessness and her commitments to seeing other people grow. She also sees the library's role in educating children as a vital way we serve and strengthen our community. So Teresa, we can't say enough about what you've done for us, and I can't say enough about what you've done for me in my short time here at Mid-Continent Public Library. We have wonderful conversations, we laugh at times, and sometimes we disagree. But she keeps me together, right? Yeah. And so I'm very grateful that I could have someone as accomplished as Teresa at my side. So thank you, Teresa. All right, not to take up too much more time. What else do we have? Do we have another slide or? This monthly.
Looks like Billy went grocery shopping.
We did. Hope it's something good. I'm starving. Here is our monthly report, and on the cover are the Israelites, who are just wonderful supporters of the libraries, and they were honored in our legacy luncheon. Both of them are just great to work with, and they too have been very supportive of my work and kind of helped transition me into life here in Missouri. So we're very grateful for their support and hope that they stick with us into the future. But inside this report is a really great story, and it's about the Withers branch. And you have this magnificent assistant manager out there. His name's Stephen Weiss, and he is a master of public engagement. He's also an accomplished artist and just a great library worker. But he was fortunate to be connected with David and Daniel Kirk. Funny story about these two. They have an exhibit up at the Withers branch, and it's magnificent. But in the exhibit is this banner, and Stephen invited me to see the exhibit, so I show up and I'm looking at this banner and I see this picture, and I'm not reading closely, and it looks like the same name and the same image, and I'm like, I think the marketing department messed up. You know, they put the same picture on each one. But they're brothers, and they have this wonderful exhibit, and if you look closely at Daniel's, behind him is a painting of the Twin Theater Drive-In. And that was done, which is close, right?
Yeah.
But that was inspired by Daniel's conversations with Stephen. Daniel knew that Stephen liked that drive-in movie theater, and so he painted that painting in honor of our assistant manager. So if you get a chance, go on out there and look at the exhibit. I just had a long conversation with Stephen about what it means to empower our patrons to display their work in the library. And I expect great things to come from that branch and from Stephen. So that is what I wanted to highlight. And not mentioned in here is another exhibit that we have up at the Midwest Genealogy Center. And it's a real hoot. It's these archival pictures of wintertime. And so, like all throughout history, like people making these, I think, kind of terrifying looking snow creatures in their front lawn. But people kind of bundled up, and it's a great look at life in the Kansas City area, metro area, and what winter was like when we used to have them. So, yeah, if you get a chance, stop on by Midwest Genealogy Center. They did great work. They have a great manager there and staff that put these exhibits together. And that concludes my report for tonight. Yep. And so, yeah, feel free to take a look at the rest of what we have there. Okay, so for our announcements, let's see, we're closed on the 27th to 28th. Oh no, we closed, I'm sorry, at 5 p.m. on the 27th, the day before Thanksgiving. We're closed on the 28th. All day in celebration of Thanksgiving. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, all MCPL locations are closed. And New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So New Year's Eve, we close at 5 p.m. and New Year's Day will be closed all day. So I don't see you guys before Thanksgiving. I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see each other again here in the month of December.
So we are meeting in December.
We are, yes. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Greatly appreciated as the current CEO. I'd like to trustees' comments. Is there any comments? Anyone? Like, just a question. Okay.
Well, I always enjoy the library day at State Capitol. Is there a date on that yet?
Jim, when is that? Legislative day?
Legislative day?
Legislative day is until February. February 8th, I believe.
We'll confirm that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Let me look. Oh, actually, is Cody there? Cody set the date.
Yes, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to chime in. It's Tuesday, February 4th.
All right.
It's different.
Close all.
Thank you. Well, I have a comment. I just want to thank Teresa for rescuing me. I don't know how many times since I've been here. And she is, she's going to use the word treasure. She is like a true treasure. I've met a lot of people in my day, but I don't think I've ever met anybody like him. And I mean that in the best possible way. And so I just want to thank you once again. Thank you for all your labor of love. I'm just going to call it that in this library system. You kind of keep everything running, everything churning, and you keep it on track, you know, kind of like a train running down the tracks. If you don't have the tracks, train's not going to go anywhere. So thank you, Teresa. You're so appreciated.
Thank
Any other comments from anyone? Trustees? Anybody?
So happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Amen, yes. So do I have a motion to adjourn?
Can I just say congratulations to Teresa and happy Thanksgiving to everyone? And I'll give you your motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. We have a second as well. This meeting is adjourned.